Evening, folks. It is me, Sarky, and I'm just about to start Elite Dangerous Session 1 in this campaign I'm calling Sins of the Fathers. I'm just going on a little early so that I can sort out some last-minute character generation with some of the players and sort out any last-minute issues. You won't be seeing anything besides the please stand by screen for a little while, so bear with us, I guess. Thanks. Right, shall we get underway then?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic.
So, like I said, you are an independent group. That was supposed to start playing. Doesn't matter. That wasn't supposed to start playing, sorry.
That's alright. You can set it to loop automatically.
Mm-hmm. There we are. You're an independent explorer contractor, and Universal Cartographics has contracted you to do some universal cartographing for them because they're a bit lazy and they would rather not admit that they made a mistake the first time around. So here you are in one of the last outposts in inhabited space, talking over a vidlink with a representative from Universal Cartographics. Their name is Jim. They're not giving you their second name. They're finalizing the details for your trip. And you're ready to go soon, I hope. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Right, just checking in before your last port of call is left far behind. And you undertake, what is it, 1,000 light years, I think we said?
Sounds about right.
A little bit more. Anyway, are there any last-minute questions before we pat you on the back and say good luck?
Is there anything you're not telling us?
Yes.
That is
Please.
a good question.
Direct. I like it. He wires 100 credits directly to your account. It's okay, I've got billions. There is something we're not telling you, and that is the names of the people who originally performed the survey.
Okay,
For obvious commercially sensitive reasons, we would rather keep it under wraps that the survey was, as it turns out, incorrect. There's a small wobble in the star. We thought it was an uninhabited system, and there's obviously at least one more star or giant gaseous body that was missed. So if we could just quietly get you to go out there and update it for us, that would be just swell. We'll pay well.
and what happened to the guys that did the last cartography? Were they just fired or terminated?
I assume everything was done in accordance with our company policies, which you can find. He ruffles through some papers. That's totally not me ruffling through some papers. You can find on our website. I don't have the specific details to hand right now because I'm not in that department.
It's not your department, huh?
It's not important, is what I'm getting at.
Oh, I think it's important, but I'm sure we're not going to get anything else from you
They
today.
were probably fined. They were probably disciplined. I mean, the initial survey was, some 50 years ago.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I'm
Where the
not that
hell
worried about
did
it
those
then.
files go? Sorry, 1 second.
Sure.
Leaning is hard. Why did I choose to put them down there? Right. Sorry about that. I underwent back surgery 3 weeks ago, everyone, so I can't move too much just yet. I had system maps and everything, and they seem to have just disappeared out of the hole I was keeping them in. How rude is that? The answer is very rude. They might be back here. They are not. That is incredibly rude of me to pass me. Ugh. God damn it. Right. Never mind. There were supposed to be a few asteroids and generally non-important stellar bodies theorized to be orbiting Zoroaster. But no one's confirmed it for sure. It was a long-distance survey. They tend to miss things like that. So, I will bring you a quick copy of what little details we have. Ah, found them. Excellent. Now, Zoroaster itself is a very boring main star K-type. Not terribly interesting at all. What little we have suggests 1 to 5 planetary bodies close by. Maybe an asteroid belt or two. We're not sure. But it wasn't deemed very commercially sensitive, so we never had to update the files. The recent wobble from that star has led us to believe that we really should take a closer look at it. So that's where you come in.
Fair enough.
We'll pay you good money to fly out there. You will get all the usual exploration bonuses for doing a full survey. Any commercially viable bodies and features you find, we will reward those on a case-by-case basis. Standard fees, generally, unless you find something very special. Mining rights and all of that sort of thing. You know the deal. You'll get paid as long as you sign the various things saying that it's free for all stuff unless military people come in and claim the star system for their own, the usual.
Yeah, standard.
Yeah. Very standard stuff, yes. And, we're not anticipating anything weird. It's so far out of inhabited space, you don't get pirates. There's nothing worth stealing that far out because there are no people. If there are any planets there, alien life is a possibility. Lord knows we've... Oh, what? No, they don't exist. I am forbidden from...
Right. Sorry, yes.
I can neither confirm nor deny the existence of Thargoids.
Yes, the Thargoids don't exist. Right, okay. Cool.
Okay.
Who's a Thargoid?
No one's a Thargoid, apparently.
Good.
Mom.
Let's keep it that way.
Are you hearing background music at all? Because I'm not.
I'm
I
hearing...
can.
There's chat, there's audio of space noise, I guess.
Ah, very good. Not coming through here at all. That's not important. Anyway, do you have any other questions before we go bye-byes here? This is your last chance to spend any credits. We've got some decent military hardware stores for protection reasons. This far out from civilized space. We've got some very good gun laws going on. No?
How well can we kit out our ship?
That's entirely up to you. Out of character. I will let anyone have 250,000 credits to buy any ship that costs that much that's ready-made in the book.
Guys, do you want to maybe get a fancy new ship?
What ship do we have right now?
That's what I mean. Your starting ships. Any pre-made ship in the book for $250,000. If you want to club together to get a bigger ship, then that's fine. Give yourselves $500,000.
So
Otherwise,
the only issue I think I'm concerned about is that I have a ship, and it's a sidewinder, and its range is like 10 light years a jump, and that's a long way to go.
that is a problem, isn't it, sir?
Indeed, it is. So that would be like what?
Let me go
100 jumps?
to 136. On average, yeah.
I don't even have a fuel scoop, so
Oh, dearie me. Well, I think we can kit you out for a fuel scoop. Those are extremely cheap.
that would be delightful, please.
Just give yourself a fuel scoop. Be grand.
Cool. I spent enough time as a fuel rat. The last thing I want to do is need their services.
Yes. The fuel rats. Very good. And Cobras. No, they're all in the millions. Cobras are also in the millions. Cobras are expensive.
Cobras are like really expensive.
Hmm.
Even the cheapest Cobra is like 300 grand.
That's impressive.
It's an impressive little ship.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. Is there anything in the list of ships besides a hauler? Python, maybe? No, 56 million. No. Yes. We've got enough cartographic data on most of that region that we're pretty sure you'll find a star to refill at every couple of jumps at least. You should be fine.
It's a viable route at least. I mean, 100 jumps won't take that long. It's just...
Oh yes, the tedium. That's why I sit in an office playing Tetris all day and pay other people to do it for me.
Ah, a man of the classical arts, I see.
Yes, I majored in it. So, if there are no further questions, I have some meetings to go to. Ladies, gentlemen, bon voyage. I believe that's Imperial for you can go now.
Later.
Very good, very good. So, loading up your various ships, and off you go.
Whee!
I really hope you've got the Blue Danube available.
I've got this much.
Huh? Ooh. Game noises. I like it.
I'm not going to replay this 100 times. The trip out is extremely tedious. 100 jumps to 100 previously mapped out stars. You get next to no money for surveying them yourselves. Although, you can add... Oh, let's see... 300... You can add 10,000 credits each to your bank accounts for just surveying the main stars and any planets nearby on the route.
Exploration is such a good way to make money in this universe.
You just wander around taking pictures of things, and then once you get back to a space station, they give you money. Yep, that's all fine. And then let's call it the 99th jump. Why not? Takes you to Zoroaster. It's a giant flaming ball of gas. Temperature spikes on your ship pretty sharply. You're about 4 light seconds away from the sun. Time to do some scanning.
Would... Can I make sure that we're not just slowly veering into the sun right now?
By pulling up.
Yeah. You generally enter a system traveling at about, 30 kilometers a second. Even at 4 light seconds out, it'll take you a while to get to the sun.
Okay.
Which is good, because you have to come in real close.
Guys, I think we can do it in 3 light seconds.
Oh dear. Right, wow. So I have some notes and handouts for ye. If any of you would like to make some sort of scanny rolls.
Sure.
What is the roll for this scanning roll?
It would be, let's see. Maybe systems. I think it's systems. Yes, everyone make a systems roll. Give yourselves a +2 bonus because I'm assuming you're kitted out with some half-decent scanning software as an Explorer Corporation.
Cool. It'll be 15 then.
15. Nice.
10 for me.
I'm seeing 10.
Okay, so 1 second. I just press the little dice thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Oh, nice. That's 10, and I said +2, so 12. You all do extremely well. So, the first things you notice are Zoroaster is, in fact, Zoroaster A. There is a second stellar body that the computer is already marked as Zoroaster B. It's some 300,000 light seconds away. No wonder nobody saw it 50 years ago. Sensors were not that good. Immediately orbiting the main star that you're looking at right now is... Let me see. Can everyone see that?
Ooh, let me see.
No.
No.
All right.
No.
Check your journals. There should be a Zoroaster
right.
A report.
Still no.
Journal.
Ah,
Check
right.
his-
I
yeah.
will just switch that to all players. There we go.
There we are.
Uh-huh.
There's something
Yeah.
there. Oh,
It's-
that's...
That's a star, all right.
Oh, wow.
And then there's... The first thing you notice is the asteroid belt because it's extremely large. And there's not an awful lot else orbiting Zoroaster A at this distance.
I'll take that 800 credits, though.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Um,
I only got 700. Ah, I've been duped.
Read both reports, my friend.
Oh, it's both. Yeah, it's both.
Ah, right. So that's how addition works.
yes.
There we are.
Feel free to click on the pictures for close-ups. I just took some full screen screenshots from the video game because it's pretty. Distantly orbiting Zoroaster A are a pair of gas giants. One of them has rings. 2 sets of rings, actually, that sensors indicate appear to be composed of metal and rock. The
What
second
types of
gas
rock?
giant appears to have 7 moons orbiting it. General
Wow.
silicate's not worth an awful lot.
Hmm.
Zoroaster B, on the other hand, is much more interesting looking. You can't tell exactly, but there is a planetoid, and it does appear to be within the Goldilocks zone for that planetoid, or for that star. It is an extremely dim star. Let me just bring up the report on that for you. There's absolutely no way anyone could have seen Zoroaster B without being in the system.
Oh, wow, it's nice, big, and purple.
Mm-hmm.
May I ask any reason behind it? Would be its coloration? Would I know something?
Metal alkaloids in the atmosphere, probably.
Ah, right. Wow, that means it's a very old sun.
It could be.
Hmm.
Your computer's marked it down as an M-type main sequence. It's probably closer to a red dwarf, according to any, what? I guess it would be astrogeology that you're aware of. The Goldilocks zone is only about 100 light seconds, which is crazy short. It's a very dim star. It doesn't put out a lot of heat. But engaging your frame shift drives and getting a little closer, you can
let's
see
get
that
over
there is indeed an Earth-like planet.
Well, that's worth a lot of money.
Showing 2 players now. There you go.
Ooh.
By Earth-like, I only mean it's got oxygen and some carbon-based life. The human breathable atmosphere comes with the massive caveat that they don't know if they're toxic spores or any
like
other.
it's breathable by default, but that doesn't mean it's not deadly.
Yeah,
Yes.
like safe.
The typical discovery value for that is 20,000 credits, as is mentioned in the report.
I have been totting those up. Don't worry.
Very good.
33K.
Your computers add in a few other details that aren't commercially important, but if you're planning on setting down at any point, would be worth noting. It's a low-temperature planet, so the low temperatures combined with prevailing wind currents, as they've been able to calculate, result in a sub-temperate climate at the equator. Mostly deciduous forests, taiga and tundra, but the predominant biomes are actually uninhabitable. They would be cold desert and glaciers. Cold desert is just somewhere that's so cold that the water is unavailable, really.
Sure.
Like a lot of Russia, Siberia really would be
like Upper Siberia. Antarctica is a cold desert as well.
Yeah. Precisely. The conclusions that your computers run through say it's suitable for colonization, but not ideal. It'll have low temperature, long winters. Growth would be limited by a low number of food-producing biomes, and it could be classed as a candidate for terraforming.
Does anyone have a planetary scanner we could run? Might see if there's life signs or anyone already down there.
You would have to get in closer.
Yeah, we don't really have the best scanners for that, so I guess we go down and
Other things that ping your Discovery scanners are a very interesting asteroid belt further out, which I've just put in your journals. Whereas most of the asteroid belts you'll find are boring rock, silicate type things, a little over 50% of this appears to be composed of metal-rich or predominantly ice-containing rare volatile substances.
Right, we're giving up this life of crime and we're setting up a mining outfit. And we are going to be richer than God. Realistically,
chances are that this asteroid belt used to be a large metal-rich body, maybe a moon or a small planetoid that failed to form properly.
Mm-hmm.
It is of considerable commercial value, whereas you might get 100 credits for noting a basic asteroid belt. This one will net you 5,000 credits. Pending you signing agreements that it's open for exploitation by anyone. It's a big asteroid belt.
We probably don't have the means to actually set up a protected claim, so going for the 5k now is probably the right move.
Also, something very interesting in the asteroid belt gets pinged. It seems to be a signal. Radio signal.
A what?
Yeah. Electromagnetic radiation, but non-natural bandwidths and pulses and patterns.
Oh, well, I think we should just stay away from that entirely.
Let's not.
Your computers are working on it. It seems to be an SOS.
Listen, guys, I've been down this road
but
before.
extremely
We'll get
decayed.
close. I've
It's
been down this
extremely-
road before. If we get near that, it's just going to be another rickroll, and we're going to be so pissed off.
I do not rickroll my players.
Maybe I do.
Or do I? Does anyone want to investigate that further?
I mean, I am as afraid of the Rickroll Station massacre repeating itself as anyone else, but
Remember Citadel.
remember Citadel, but we will get fat stacks of cash for going over there and checking that out. Also, there may be some scavengeable tech, and we could trade that on our way back. We can check that out first and then hit the planetoid. I think this is probably going to have to be priority if we're being realistic about why we're here.
I think
This was only briefly covered in your contracts with Universal Cartographics, because it's an unlikely scenario of finding non-natural signals out in the void beyond inhabited space. But things like that are of considerable commercial interest and could make you all very rich.
We're still in the bubble, right?
No, you're about 1,000 light years outside it.
Oh shit, okay. Right. That's
But you're pretty far away from the Pleiades systems where rumors of Thargoids resurfacing have happened.
And let me remind you guys, they're still just rumors.
Exactly.
Yeah, there have never been Thargoids.
What's a Thargoid? What? I don't know.
The signal appears to be coming from one of the larger asteroids in the belt. If you want to investigate further, you're going to have to make a piloting roll to getting close. Asteroid belts are tricky to navigate.
I'll take my chances.
So, spaceship piloting.
Spaceship piloting is... Does my agility affect that, or is that just in combat?
We'll say your... why not? Your agility can cover it.
So yeah, my agility is like 12, so I still roll, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
You've changed your name to Arden.
yes.
Very good.
I'll come up with more backgroundy stuff later, but for now, my nameless, faceless, gender-neutral avatar will roll spaceship piloting. I get a 10, but my
Yep.
agility is 12, so I don't know how
That's
that works.
grand. No, I'll just share it with you first.
Cool.
Because you're the only one... I assume he's the only one going in for a closer look?
Yeah, for now.
The distances involved, there might be a second or two of lag between communications. But,
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I'll read it
I'm
out
gonna
for
go-
everybody else, shall I?
Okay,
Sorry?
yeah.
An image resolves through the dense field of rocks and dust, enhanced by your computer. It is a ship, massive in size, seemingly built out of a large asteroid. The engine section must be 1 kilometer long alone. Emblazoned on one side is a scuffed and collision-eroded logo, but you can still make out MEC Balder GSU 12 Lambda Delta 5. I think that's those. Anyway, GSU was a common designation for generation ships that left Earth at sublight speeds over the centuries from 2097.
Oh, shit.
Some 70,000 generation ships are estimated to have left Earth before the invention of the hyperdrive in the 22nd century. Bad luck for those 70,000 generation ships. Most were organized by massive corporations which have since disappeared or been lost in a maze of corporate mergers and buyouts, and that, combined with the typically lax regulation of such organizations in the present day, means that a significant number of those 70,000 ships are just completely unaccounted for, presumed lost. Your computers hold no record of the MEC or a generation ship named the Balder. You would have to go back to civilized space to have a hope of finding any reference to it.
Have other ships like this been found before?
Yes. From the few remaining records, I think it's 20 or so ships have been found.
Out of 70,000. I suppose space is a big place.
There was a whole lot of stuff going on in the last millennium. There was a brief AI riot. There were so many environmental catastrophes and
The Butlerian
corporate
jazz.
warfare, and oh god, it got complicated.
So, what's the expiration bonus on one of those things?
Case by case basis. Extremely large would be a good estimate.
Well,
Everyone should have that in their journals now.
yeah, I do. I radio back to the others and say, guys, there's look for yourselves, and I'll like send them the image and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Apart from some moderate hull damage to one side of the vessel, which is likely a result of it entering the asteroid belt, it seems in pretty good health. The rings are still rotating, and they contain biodomes, which shine green in the weird light. So the biodomes still have plant life.
That ship's like 1,000 years old. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's still running.
Something feels off about this.
You think?
Like, I don't want to be that guy, but how about we just blow it up? Like just finding this, we've already made a lot of money. So all we have to do is pierce a couple of hulls. I'm just saying.
It's about 5 kilometers long. You don't have anywhere near the required munitions.
Ah, crap school.
Yeah, there's literally no way for us to blow it up externally. If we went inside...
These were extremely survivalist ships as well, so they would be armored to be Jesus to survive, like, 1,000-year journeys.
So
You're
Dane's
talking
is
like Warhammer 40,000 size cathedral ships here. They're just huge.
This is probably the biggest spaceship I've ever seen. Unless I've ever been to Earth and seen like the flagship protector ships.
Yeah, not even the capital ships of the Federation would really match the size of this.
Oh well.
With a little engineering, one of those Federation capital ships could probably dock at this thing. It's gigantic.
Okay.
I'd say we go in and check the place out.
What could go wrong?
The
Haven't I
biodomes
seen
do
a
show
movie
plant
like
life.
this before?
Sorry?
Sorry?
Dane's just like, haven't I seen a movie where this happens before?
Probably.
Like,
It depends,
isn't this
because
bit where
the
we
movies
go
that are put
inside?
out in Elite these days have things like plot scales that you can adjust to your own content. If you don't like the main protagonist, you can swap him out with some other actor and their holographic likeness, and it makes
Okay,
writing
so-
novels very complicated.
In that case, I can just go, oh yeah, I saw the same film. It went so well for everyone.
Yeah, that's not the movie I saw.
Well, that's a
Okay.
movie you should have seen.
Okay, so let's get inside, but let's not go too far away from the entrance, okay?
That seems
Mhm.
fair.
There is a still functional docking bay, alright, that you should not have any trouble landing your ships in.
Before we dock though,
Mhm.
we should probably hail them just in case.
Absolutely, yep. Hailing
yeah.
has no effect. There's no response. Any scans of the ship detect nothing but the plant life, essentially.
Can we detect if their healing system or their comm system is online with the scan?
You can't. There's nothing to connect to. And any hails over the usual frequencies just provoke no response at all.
We don't even know
You're
if
talking about
it's
1,000-year-old
so-
tech, so interfacing with it would be quite the challenge.
Let's go in for a closer look, gang.
Hooray.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Where did I put the players? I forgot to move you to Zoroaster, didn't I?
You did a bit, yeah.
That's really bad of me. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're having such a good time.
But anyway, I'll move you in closer. Here you go. I chose the
that
music
the-
specially.
Ooh.
Is that the Alien soundtrack?
It might be. It's called Nostromo. So getting up closer, your scans can show what are estimated to be the core rings and low gravity biodomes, and the bridge is probably concentrated where one of the few remaining powers signatures are to be found. The central body of the ship would have been for general storage and zero gravity habitation, which would have been cramped in these ships. They were like generation ships. They had to have a big enough gene pool so that a whole population could survive 1,000 years from generation to generation without any.
Nasty genetic bottlenecks. For
Yes,
example.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. Can we work out? So here's a science thing I want to try. There's
Mm-hmm.
a degraded SOS signal coming from this thing, right?
Yes.
Is it possible to work out from the degradation how long the signal's been running?
You could get an estimate, yes.
Sure.
Could I try giving a hand?
Yeah, if you pool your, link your computers together, they can help with calculations.
With our powers combined, we can be barely competent.
Exactly. This would be... doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. I think...
Systems?
Yeah, go on. Systems. And what is the...
Oh, there's also cyber here.
No, that's for putting on your robe and wizard hat.
Ah,
Yeah. That's your cybering skill. That's not relevant.
Systems, and what is the bonus for Paul's system skill? Let me have a look.
Bonus?
Yeah, what's your
The
mod?
number at the end. Oh, it's 3.
Oh yeah, I've got 3.
Yeah, take his bonus as well. So
I'll have
add
that-
3.
I'll have that base 7 on the roll.
Okay, and I just roll. Then,
Oh, excuse me. Ronan can make the roll. You give him your bonus for your own knowledge.
16.
That is quite high.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is. And you thought all my specking into techie piloty stuff wouldn't be relevant for the first session.
A precise date is impossible to estimate, but given the age of the equipment and the kind of signal purity you could output at the beginning, and the current level of degradation given ambient radiation and unlucky asteroid hits and the like, you would say that the transmission started between 1 and 3 centuries ago.
Shit, this thing's been.
Jesus.
Wait,
That's
so
a long time.
when did these ships go out?
About 1,000 years ago.
So it managed to last 700 years.
Well, 4 to 7, but yeah.
Yeah.
Or sorry,
I'm
7
sure
to
it's
9.
fine.
Yeah. Well. Also, is there any way that I can make any sense out of the signal that's coming there? Is it just a standard SOS, or is there anything else to it?
It's
Any
It
attachment?
would be a
information?
standard SOS 1,000 years ago.
Okay.
But yeah, it hasn't changed massively over the millennium. But
Who is
the
this
frequency
Mayday, and why
is
do
a
they need
little...
help?
Yeah. It's an old signal, but it checks out.
Thank
Alright.
you.
It's an old code set, but it checks out.
Well, I guess we better go find out what happened to these losers.
Yep, the docking bays are similarly ancient. They have a whole lot of clamps and things to sort out zero-G piloting and the like. They don't damage your ships terribly. There's still enough power in the engines for automated systems to work. And you get out of your ships. It's rotating, so there's low gravity. And you find yourselves... I'll ping it here. And I don't have any freaking tokens set up for you because I'm an idiot. Give me a second. I'm just going to go with generic soldier type icons. There's one of you. There's another one of you.
I want that one. The green red one.
And there's another one. Which of you would like to be which?
I want the red green one. Okay.
You want the green one?
Yeah, like the reddish greeny one.
Oh, the red one. Right.
Yeah, it's got like green helmets or whatever.
Let me see. Represents Arden Corin.
There we go.
Name controlled. Let me just set up your hit points. Endurance. There you are. And your character sheet. Edit. Use selected token. There you go.
Thank you.
You should be able to move him around with the arrow keys if you select him.
I can, yes.
Excellent. Who wants the blue one? Top right.
I do.
Very good. That becomes Dean Chambers. And that becomes your endurance. Boop. And Dean. Edit to use the selected token. There you go. And this one is Paul. Represents Paul. Paul? Paul. Paul. There. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Oh, yes. Editing this and remove that. You selected token.
Oh,
There.
I think we're dancing.
You can all move within this little square that you see. I've hidden off everything else because I don't have a premium account and can't do lines of sight vision things. Right, to either side of you is the infinite void of space.
Right, let's not go there then.
Your spaceships are further north on the map for the sake of argument, let's say. In front of you is a very large hangar door. It appears to be locked with an ancient keypad mechanism.
I take a gander at this ancient keypad mechanism.
Right, I think that would come under systems.
All right, then.
At a -3 to the roll, because it is really old.
Okay. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Oh, yes, by the way, there is a functioning breathable atmosphere on board. The gates left and right of you are airlocks. The air is very stale, but it's breathable.
Okay. We should all have mag boots anyway, so even if the gravity's not great, we will be okay.
So, who the hell is James Lavelle, real name Josh David?
Ah, that's me. Hey,
Okay.
it came up.
Fair enough. So, is that the... Yeah, that is the roll you just made.
It is.
18 -3, 10. Yeah, that's good enough. It is difficult because... Not because the security is tight, but because the wires have corroded and things are a bit bad with the transmission.
Oh, God, who the hell still uses C#? This is horseshit.
But... What the hell is that? That is not what I wanted. Objects and tokens, maybe. No, why is that? That should be deletable. Where is that gone? To back. Okay, you'll just have to pretend that the door has disappeared. Because I cannot, for the life of me, figure out how to make the...
What layer did you put it on? Map layer?
I think so, but I think there's something else on it. But it swishes open, and there's a lot of dim red light flooding in now.
Is there any chance somewhere in history people decided to make red lights the universal symbol for everything's okay?
I don't think so.
No,
I
no.
wish that was the case.
I don't
Okay.
think it was a nice idea, but I guess let's go find out what the emergency was.
You should go first.
It's dim emergency lighting for conserving power, for the most part, by the looks of things. It looks like any emergency lighting you might find in a passenger liner if there was to be an accident that they tell you about in the brochures and things. To
So-
the right immediately is a secure looking door, much like the last one, but with less decayed looking security mechanisms. And
what's
to
down the other end?
down the other end, I'm sorry, I should have revealed it a little earlier, but it's a big map. You want to head down there?
Actually, first of all, I checked to see if there's any little tiny thing in my pocket, like loose change.
Sure, you can have something like that.
Yeah, sure. I just throw it and whack it off the walls to make a bit of noise.
It makes a bit of noise and
Do I
mostly
hear anything?
floats down to the ground. Bit of an echo. That's it.
Okay, yeah, well,
On the bright side, there's nothing waiting down there to kill us.
You head on down. Boom.
yeah, sure.
Yep, cool. You can head on in. What you see is a whole load of old canisters that look flammable or inflammable, and an absolutely massive looking power generator that's gone into sleep mode.
Oh, from my training in health and safety over the years, they should not be in the same room.
Yeah.
This all seems fine. This all seems perfectly fine.
Yes. These are... Oh, I should be using select. There we go. These are like helium-3 cans. And this appears to be some sort of fusion generator. It's old, but it's got a nice, fairly intuitive touchpad screen interface, which clearly says in sleep mode.
Is it a situation where we'd use one of those canisters to pop
It
in there?
does have... yes, it would be.
So, guys, do you just want to get one of those canisters, pop it in, and light this place up?
Sure. Who
From
would
a
be the
quick
most qualified?
tippy tap at the touchpads shows that it controls power for most of the current section of the ship. I wouldn't say deck exactly, because it's sort of designed in a weird circular way to allow for rotation and gravity.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
this current, I guess, ring level within the ship.
Can I make a sciencey roll and see if I understand how it works?
Absolutely, you can, yes. I will give you a +2 bonus because it's old tech. It's easy enough to figure out. It's cold fusion. It's not rocket science.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, you can figure out exactly what to do. You TP tap on the monitor, and the front of the generator spits out 2 of these blue fuel canisters, which roll over to the ones on their sides here. You can easily... Well, it would take 2 of you to handle these canisters. They're easily twice as tall as you.
All right, guys.
And even in low gravity, they are quite hefty, which means the helium must be packed into hundreds of atmospheres worth.
All right, guys.
So don't drop them.
Wait, I thought this was like 0G.
Yeah, there's a lot of mass in those.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Doom, doom.
I won't make you roll for it. You load in another 2 canisters. And yep, the screen updates and says, yeah, there's probably another few years worth of energy there. Restart generator, YN, smiley face, sad face.
Yes. Why?
Excellent. Oh, for God's sake, the music was supposed to keep playing. That's
I-
just rude.
Wait, the music stopped? That's all in my head. Oh man, I'm getting space sickness real quick.
Man, I actually don't know how to get this music to actually play. Oh, wait, here we go. Gotcha.
There we go. Right. The generator lights up, rings inside starts spinning, bright light and heat start getting generated, and the emergency lights come off, and proper neon or fluorescent light tubes flicker on. Most of them in still pretty good working condition. They haven't really been used in a long time. And there is a clunk at the far end of the corridor, as of a security door resetting and awaiting input.
Okay.
Oh, I'll input it, alright.
Let's do this. Okay. We're
Okay.
missing that.
Doop, doop, doop. This thing called security door.
Hello.
Yes?
Going?
Coming.
At the far end of the
Leaving all of our
corridor.
comrades behind.
Down this way.
Comrades.
Oh,
Oh.
good work.
I really should put the name tags on those guys. Ba-da-bum-bum.
Alright then.
Just
so we get to the
for my peace of mind, I am going to update all of your characters to show the names on screen, because I am bad at names. Right. The door has reset itself, and it is, unfortunately, in lockdown.
Oh.
Oh,
It
it must have been trying to keep a lot of very expensive stuff if they're locking everything down.
could be. But unfortunately, it looks like it won't be opening and brute force is required. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to be particularly well armored for today's weaponry. Most of what you're equipped with should probably do the trick.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's do it.
Wait, can I do a computers roll or something like that just to make sure that I can get through it with?
Yeah, there's enough on the touchpad screens for you to figure out that someone locked this down and it will not open without the proper authority and manual resets, which are not available on this side of the door.
Ah, god damn it, it's asking me if I'm the system admin. I hate this.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, I suppose we just hack and slash in, guys.
I will ask for a damage roll from whatever weapon you choose, and how well you roll on that will be useful for me.
Oh, I have essentially a trank gun, so chances are this won't work that well for me.
Ping, 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 it bounces off and hits Ronan.
No, I didn't shoot.
But
Poor
basically,
Ronan.
that scene in episode 1 of Archer where he shoots at the security door.
Yeah.
Ah, god damn it, Paul! Again! What is
Should've
wrong with you?
Yeah, at least I didn't shoot you in the dick.
This time?
Last time we had a ball.
So, yes, can I get, I guess it's a D10 roll off everyone for their weapon damage.
Okay.
Laser pistol or kinetic weapons or whatever you have there.
Are we just rolling a straight D10, or are we going to roll from the macro on the...
For your damage from whatever weapon you're kitted out with, yeah.
I'm just going to roll straight 1D10.
Let me know if you get a critical.
Oh, sweet.
Or
I
a
got
10.
3.
I do.
Paul?
How
Do you
I
have
just
any
roll a
weapons at all?
Not really, no.
If you want to roll a d10, there's a little sidebar off to the left there with arrows and things on it. And a paintbrush.
Ah, yeah, there we go. Ah, yeah.
Just click on the
Okay.
single d10. There we
I
go.
got 7.
None of you rolled a 10. That is fantastic. That means that you don't overkill and blow the door into smithereens outwards. Let me just get back to selecting things. So this door disappears, basically, as you blow a hole in it. And you create just enough smoke and tiny micro debris going outwards for you to notice the laser grid sensors right in front of it.
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
They're only at ankle height, so you can step over them easily. But
Yeah,
there's a
'cause
very
my body-
big and menacing looking turret,
Christ.
which is unfortunately now powered. But yes, you're fairly certain that it's linked to the lasers, and you can just step over them.
I have a. I
A
think
quick
I've got
science
some-
roll would let you. A quick science or systems roll would let you disarm them as well.
Oh, I'll do a science roll.
Fair enough. Did you roll science? 8. If you had some mirrors on your body at the time, but no, you don't have the bits and pieces required right now.
Oh, can I try Central?
Sure, yeah.
Oh, God, okay, that's even less
No,
good.
no.
Let's just step over them.
You didn't come here for espionage. You're not kitted out for it.
Okay, so
You can. I won't even make you roll for stepping over it. You got lucky with your weapons to just move them in. Okay, let me reveal the next part of the map for you.
So we have a dead body and a skeleton.
Yeah, the bodies are pretty well preserved for the most part. There are no pathogens in the air as far as you can tell. That reveals...
So wait,
this is awkward.
looking at these both,
Mhm.
they seem to be naked.
Yes. Looking at the weapon in front of you, it appears to be some sort of laser turret, which would cause enough heat for you to have your clothes burnt off if you were riddled with bolts from it.
Either that, or this was just a massive nudist colony that got into space.
Also, yes.
I want to think it was both.
Live to
Who
dream.
would
live
like
to
to
dream.
make
This was just a party
a...
that got really out of control.
If anyone wants to make a science or computer roll, I think.
I can do a computer roll.
I will do a science roll again.
Oh man, I got a 6 for my computer roll.
I got an 8.
8. Yeah, that's going to be good enough, I suppose. You've read about these old weapons in history books. They are known as sentinel turrets. I've just
that
put
sounds
the
friendly.
character sheet in your journals for you.
Yeah, I tell everyone about it so they know what they
They're
are.
completely unarmored, but they have a ridiculously high rate of fire and quite high damage output.
Can I disable it or like just disconnect its weapons?
Yeah, you can see power cables. A quick laser
Yeah.
blast would sever those easily.
Yeah, I do that then.
Okay, it powers down. It's not a threat.
Oh yeah, and I just mentioned it to the guys. Yeah, I decided like to disable that.
Pew pew! It's gone.
Yeah.
Objects. Objects. Right. Did I write anything
Actually-
on this console? Yes, I did. Okay.
Is there any way to jerry rig one of those turret guns as like a machine gun?
You would need some hardcore tools for that to
Okay.
rig up a handheld trigger system. That shouldn't be interactable with, but I designed this part of the map very early and I didn't know what I was doing. But this little thing labeled console here tracks arrivals and departures from the ship, and all incoming and outgoing stuff is accounted for up until about 50 years ago. There's a lot of
50
departures
years.
noted, but none of the paperwork was filled out.
And 50
I've
years
been
ago.
muted for a while now, haven't I?
Pardon?
Yeah,
Yes.
I messaged you. I just thought you were being really quiet.
Uh-huh. Okay, sorry. I had things to say about stuff, but it doesn't matter now. Carry on.
Cool. So, coming round the corner, you find another corpse. That one appears to have its skull caved in for some reason.
Uh-oh. Can I check some of the
As
logs?
far
Is
as
there-
you're aware, lasers don't cave in skulls.
Not traditionally, no. Before we move on,
Mm-hmm.
the sort of ingoing and outgoing turret, what does it say? Like, is there anything about things arriving or leaving? You said it was up to 50 years ago, so...
The console. Sorry, let me get my notes on that again. Just several dozen unregistered departures. Warnings were flagged, but they don't seem to have been followed up.
Okay.
And now, so you say that the last ship was 50 years ago. How certain are we that the emergency signal was more than 100 years ago?
I mean, it's possible it could have been faked, but it seems like a lot of effort to go to.
Yeah.
Well, we just came into a place that had a door and lockdown and dead bodies, so...
Well,
something
come on.
obviously-
We've all been to Limerick. We know what it's like wandering into somewhere with seeing dead bodies. We're used to it.
I don't see any knives, though, just like laser turrets and caved-in skulls.
Yeah, this is Cyber Limerick.
Cannot condone any of these comments for anyone watching this stream at home. Limerick is a lovely city, full of culture and heritage.
Why do you lie so much?
I want to make some money out of this. Right. Coming around the corner, you can see things narrow a little bit. I
Right, so
wonder if people
I want to
can
point
see
out.
that.
So
Yeah.
this skeleton, its skull's caved in, meaning it more than likely wasn't lasered,
Pretty likely.
Yeah, I would say so.
but it's still naked.
Ah, see,
Dude, I'm
is that-
telling you this. Yeah, I think we're right. It was both.
Maybe their clothes just disintegrate after a while, though. That's a science thing, right?
Right.
I
Can
can't-
you see any odd color in the bit of space at the bottom? I've just
I could see
any yellow?
black tiles.
What
Yellow.
about now?
Just black tiles for me.
Just black tiles with stars.
Just black, actually.
Just black. and
Huh.
stars.
I have revealed an awful lot of. Yeah, just below ye now. There should be a star field.
I can see a starfield, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, look to the left. Is there any yellow showing up at the far left?
No.
Fantastic. Completely unrelated nose. Moving
Oh,
further
there's
down the
yellow
corridor.
There's like hazard yellow, like at the top where the turret was.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
not
don't worry.
important. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Moving further along, you see a very large pile of bodies propped up. Some are propped up against a stone plinth that looks to have really old, cracked, dry earth in it. It might have been some sort of flower bed.
And each one more naked than the last.
Hmm.
My
A bunch of
God.
dead people in
Yeah. Holy Christ.
this
the left
admin
is
office
red.
here, and one of them here clutching what looks to be a first aid
Oh,
box.
oh, wow, guys.
Yeah. What the
Uh,
hell? I'm gonna go check. Can I get the first aid box?
Yep, there is a
Like-
med kit in it. Well, it's outdated, but it's got enough supplies and things to count as a second use. The
Okay,
bandages
guys,
are
but
packed
seriously,
and
look-
sterile.
I mean,
Oh,
look
you've
at
gone around the corner.
here.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, look at that pile of corpses. I mean, this is nuts. Like, there are several people wearing pants there. I mean, this.
Maybe they weren't part of the nudist colony.
It could be a civil war. You're quite right.
So, coming around the
On
corner,
floor.
you notice
Oh.
that there are a whole pile of
Good,
bodies.
good.
Oh,
Whoa! Get whoa.
everyone stop.
Yeah, we're not gonna walk out in front of those.
Adrian just
Thanks.
did, so
Oh,
I moved one step out. I didn't see them.
you you stepped in, yeah.
Yeah. I was
Which
here.
is their
In all fairness, I was over here.
sensor
so-
radio. I was going to say before you moved into their line of sight that judging from the positioning of all these people, it looks like these were security guards here with like pretty decent Kevlar type armor and old shotgun style weapons, and they were facing this large pile of people here when the soldiers were clearly shot in the back. You can see here that these bloodstains, cracked and rusted away as they are, look like slide marks, as several huge rounds punched this guy in the chest and threw him backwards.
Yeah, in all fairness, though, at one point I was over here, so I might just move my character back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was following you. I
So
just got really
nobody,
excited about-
nobody move right now, please, until
Okay.
I finish exposition and we roll initiative.
Yay!
A quick glance is enough to tell you that these soldiers or security guards fired on these people and were fired upon in turn by these robots.
Mm-hmm.
Shot in the back. So I will need to try and figure out the turn order here. Right. Add a turn. You and you and you. Oh, there we go. So, excuse me. Could we roll initiative, please?
What do we roll for that then?
I believe it's your agility.
There's
No,
an
sorry, it's your
initiative
tactics
score on-
bonus. D10
Yeah,
plus
there's
your
a-
tactics
There's a
bonus.
button on the sheet that does it.
Mhm.
Where?
It's like the top of it. It says initiative tactics.
Oh.
So how are we doing on that?
11, 10, and 6.
Oh, Teeny Boy's last.
Could you pop it in the turn order thing that I've popped up?
Sure.
So there we go.
So that's 11 for Ronan, 6 for... Fantastic. So let me just put those in order. And let me get up the stats on these little fellows. Oh, I should have just put them in the notes. Doesn't matter. Their tactics is 1. So, yeah, 4. They definitely move last. Oh, there's paper all over my keyboard. That's no good. Right. So, Adrian steps into sensor range of the droids, and they immediately become alert and swivel their guns around to you. But
Sorry,
you get
guys.
to act first because they're ancient and a little rusty at the whole moving thing.
Okay, cool.
Oh, hang on. It's a fight now.
Funky.
I like it.
So, yeah, I will make their character sheets available to you as well, because why not? If anyone wants to look at them, they're slow, but they've got decent weapon skills. And their guns do a lot of damage.
I can only see the bio one info anyway.
The what?
I can't see the actual stats because we don't control the sheet.
Oh, wait, so these guys can move.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
well.
they've got legs.
Oh no.
And a submachine gun bolted onto their arms. High rate of fire, very dangerous in packed groups.
Who goes
as
first?
you can see from here. Adrian,
Oh, I'm going. Wait, is Ronan not
just
first?
turn
I am.
down. What?
I'm first, I believe.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Ardencorn is Ronan. Sorry, I got my names mixed up.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm not
Yeah.
going out there.
Ronan's first. So
Okay.
you see Adrian go, oh shit, as you hear some powering up noises around the corner.
Just like that whine you get when the minigun starts.
You
spinning
know
forwards.
what a droid powering up to execute intruders sounds like.
Kill all humans.
You've seen
Yeah.
things those people wouldn't believe.
It's true. Attack beams on fire off the shoulder of Orion. And on that note, I'm going to duck down here and hold my action.
Excellent.
Oh, you could have come and grabbed me, you dick.
I am not stepping out in that line of fire, thanks.
For reference, this stone trough here is good enough to hide behind if you crouch.
Okay.
So it would
Okay.
count as cover for anyone would say, give it armor rating of 4.
So it's my turn now, is it?
Yes.
Out of curiosity, like, at a glance, what's this thing in the top right corner of the room?
Which? Ping it again.
This thing?
Oh, that's
Can you
that's a secondary power generator.
Hmm.
It appears to be powering the large holographic screens either side of it,
Alright, screw that, I'm gonna run.
and general lighting.
How far can I run per turn?
Up to 12 squares, I think it is for everyone.
Alright, well, Dave. Can I grab Dave and pull him back as well?
Dean?
Or Dean?
You can try, yeah, that'll be, ooh, interesting.
Well, if it's too much, you can try and save yourself because the Albon with my 12 steps. But yeah, if you could please, if it's not too much, that would be lovely.
If you roll athletics and add on whatever Dean's athletics bonus is to that roll as well.
Okie dokie. How do I temporarily add things?
Do it in your head.
Okay, cool.
Make your roll and add whatever his bonus is. Adrian, what is the bonus?
13.
So your skill is 13, so you add 1.
Okay, cool. And where's athletics?
That's 102. Should be under espionage.
Ah, there you go. Yeah. Oh, this is going to go badly. So +2. Oh.
So 8.
Wait, sorry.
No, wait, you
there we
haven't.
go. Yeah. Yeah, so +2 to that, so 8.
Oh dear. That's not really very good at all. Let me just get the submachine gun up. Laser submachine guns. There we are. Beautiful. So they do 3d10 damage. Oh no, sorry. They do 1d10
Yeah.
plus up to 3d10 burst damage, which makes them very dangerous.
It's not Dean's turn now.
It is. I'm just filling in the void for you. You try and get him out of range, but the best you can do is pull him up a little bit. You're both fairly exposed, I'm afraid. And now it's Adrian's
Dean,
turn.
run, save yourself.
I mean, you can do the same if you like. Adrian? Hello?
Hello? Yeah,
yeah.
I pulled a run on and I was muted there, sorry.
No worries, no worries.
Okay, cool. So, damn. So, This is tough. I mean, I don't want to abandon you, but I don't want to die.
You could just like get behind cover and help out.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Is there a way?
Oh, right, I see what's happening. That shouldn't have been so loud. Sorry. I'll give you an athletics roll with a +4 bonus because helping together.
Alright,
If
so
you
yeah,
do
I'm
well,
gonna try
then I'm give you a combat turn as well.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and help both of us kind of move over. I guess where do we want to go? Here.
Right.
or
Here is good cover, and here is exceptionally good cover where Ronan is.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try to get to Ronan if possible. And so I'm gonna roll athletics and then add 4. Okay, that's 13.
Oh yeah, you can get wherever you like now. If you want to push Paul's character to a particular square, where would you push him? Like you can move him 1 square of your choice, and diagonals will count as 1 as well.
I'm gonna push him here,
Very good.
and then
So
I'm gonna go here.
Between the two of you panicking, you managed to get to cover. Very good. So you can move to your own cover. Very good. And now it is the security droids. Let me have a look at their stats again, just to see what I put in for movement. Yes. So this one goes clump, 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 and
Because I
does
was-
a turn.
Okay, sorry.
And this one goes clump, clump,
Squish.
clump.
To be honest, guys, I sort of feel like stalling you out and just shouting, "Go for them! Logically, it's the better equivalent. You get 2."
2 for 1.
Yeah, logically, this is what you guys should do.
Right, and
Yeah.
then they open fire.
Oh, before they do that though.
Yep.
Because I was.
Oh, you were holding your action, yes.
Yeah, I want to shoot the far one.
This guy.
Because it's my line of sight. Yes.
Very good.
With my fucking pea shooter.
Where
There's
is
been 1,000 years of
the
weapon development, so maybe I'll
center?
punch through. So it's
That's-
like 2 + 2.
We'll say 9 meters. So,
Medium range?
what is your weapon?
It is an auto pistol.
Auto pistol.
Yeah, it's medium
There it
range
is.
technically.
We'll say short range.
Alright. Just roll weapon skill? Or kinetic weapons?
Yes.
12.
You definitely hit.
Cool. That does 1d10 plus burst damage.
Yep.
I think I was bursting though. Or was I? I don't know. I forget how that works.
I believe that the 5 in brackets for short range is the to hit target.
Oh, okay. So,
So
anything over that
whatever
is
you're,
burst?
whatever above 5, I think you get your full burst damage.
Okay. I'll roll a d10 for damage. Okay, that's really good. So 7 damage, like 17 damage, I guess, altogether.
Did you? Is that the first D10 you rolled, or?
No, I rolled it. I rolled 10 on my to hit, and then I rolled 10 for damage.
That's the first damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is an auto pistol, so yeah, you hit by well more. You get an extra 2d10 damage.
Nice.
Another 12.
So 22. Nice.
Wow.
Hopefully, its primitive armor is not up to 31st century handguns.
Unfortunately, I made this guy a little early as well, so my notes on him are a bit all over the damn place. Yeah, okay, that doesn't matter. He only had light armor. Being a security droid on what's essentially a civilian ship, I mean, not important. We'll say he had 3 armor, which means that we lose 1 off each of your dice, so... I mean, no, sorry, 1 armor. I'm not braining properly. So you got 22, so he takes 19 damage. This fellow.
Yes,
Very good.
there, yeah.
I don't know if you can see the hit points on him.
I can't.
Oh,
No.
right. Doesn't matter.
Does it look like I've damaged it significantly?
Oh yeah, armor plates just fall off, and his free non-weapon arm just goes limp and starts sparking.
Oh, that was good.
You'd say he's in a pretty bad shape. And... yeah. Now I'm going to have this guy fire at Paul. He's got a submachine gun, which means... I need to do a quick look at the weapons. That is the ship section, that is not the weapons. Here we are, submachine gun. 10 meters is short range. So he is well within 10 meters. Which means submachine gun 5 or more to hit. Here's my roll. If I can get his character sheet up again, sorry. Boop. He hits by 1 because he's a bit crap. Oh wait, no, he hits by 2. Sorry. So you take 1d10 plus 2d10. You take 3d10 damage. Which I am going to roll now.
Do I get a chance to dodge or something?
You are crouched behind some pretty thick armor.
Okay.
Which means that 2 is gone, that 9 becomes 4. 5. Take 9 damage to your endurance. Now, how you do that is, if you select your little token, you'll see a little green...
Oh, I've already done that. It's down
yeah.
to 11 now.
Very good. And this one here on the far side, that Ronan has already damaged, attempts to do exactly the same to the pair of yees, but you're behind extremely heavy cover, so it's not likely to do much good, unless he rolls really well. Oh.
Like that, maybe.
Yeah. So that is a hit with full burst. He would split all 4d10 between the two of you, so 2d10 each. I'm going to say you're behind 7 points of cover. Those are really durable walls.
That's a bulkhead, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, I know he doesn't care.
So for Adrian's character, the damage roll is 1.
Oh, I take 1 damage?
Mm-hmm. And for Ronan, 2.
2, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
That's fine. Fucker, wing
So,
me.
ping, 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 pew. As they go rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. And it's old weaponry, but it's crude and effective. Just like the Grenier. Which brings us all the way around to a new turn. And that brings us to Arden Corrin. What's he doing?
Right. So, can I shoot and then, like, make a move?
Yes.
Right, I'm gonna take another shot at the one I injured before.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my kinetic weapons?
They have absolutely no ability to dodge. They're not even trying.
Yeah, so 8.
Yeah, that's you get your 1d10 and your extra 2d10. So yeah, roll your 3d10 damage.
Cool.
Take 1 off each result for his armor.
Oh, that's not so good.
No.
4 damage.
4, you say?
Yeah. No, 5. Sorry, it's 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Minus 5.
Yeah.
Oh dear. No, that armor plate holds up, unfortunately.
It's fine. Then I'm gonna make a break for this room above me. I want to try and get into better cover.
Up in here.
It moved. Yeah.
That's exactly what
Yeah,
I was
okay.
gonna do.
You can move 12 meters. Each square is a meter, so go ahead.
Are you guys leaving me to dead?
Yes. Bye.
I'm totally gonna haunt the shit out of you guys.
Or you could just run. Like either way.
Yeah, that's true.
Empire
Yeah,
is a
I-
fuck.
I guess I can haunt you while I'm still alive. I mean, there's no reason I can't be a ghost or
Anyway,
or I
Paul,
have to be a
it's
ghost.
your turn.
Well, you have a chance now to like.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna scoot.
That'll work.
So
Oops.
3, 6, 9, and 12.
Very good. I believe you can still make an attack. You'll be in medium to long range now. Let me just get the yell meter stick out. Yeah, we'll say 10 meters for him and 14 for him. What's the long range on? Oh, you have a needle thingy, don't you? I don't
Yeah,
have the stats
It's
for
gonna
that
be
up right
pointless.
now. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Okay, that's your turn.
Can I try diving over here?
Oh, sure, you can move a little bit more. Whatever. You're in the
There you
room,
go, yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Adrian, what's Dean Nullvoid up to?
So can I do the same thing that my colleague did and shoot and then run?
Yep.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna go for this one,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna shoot with my pistol. My
Okay.
laser pistol.
That is 10 meters. So I think that's medium range. Which means 8 or more to hit.
So I'm just rolling 3d10.
Did you say it was a laser pistol?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, laser pistols have some really good range, actually. The nearest one here is within short range, which means you need 4 or more to hit.
Can
Medium
I
range is
shoot
anything
while
up to
I'm-
80 meters.
Can I shoot whilst I'm moving?
Absolutely.
So I could, as an example, could I like step up here? Then I can actually see him.
Oh yeah,
shoot
you
and
can
then-
shoot in the middle of your move. It's fine.
Alright, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move. So I was here. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna move up to here.
Mm-hmm.
And whilst I'm on the way, I'm just going to shoot at the one that's in close range.
Shoulder
Am I
just...
still in close range?
Let me just check. For this guy, the nearest guy to you, yes.
And for the other one, it's medium.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna just try and actually hit it. I'm gonna go for the one that's closest. So is that 3d10?
No, it's one... It's the energy weapons roll. And depending by how much you beat that roll, you add in
Oh,
extra
okay.
damage.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's do this.
Oh wait, no. Laser pistol, you don't have damage rolls at all. It's just a straight number.
Oh, so what's the number?
8.
Oh. So
You went with the
Probably-
basic laser pistol, yeah?
yeah, I just went with a laser pistol. Yeah.
Yep.
It's probably
Good
better
range.
against your armor though.
Pretty decent constant damage output. So the nearest one, you need 4 or more to hit on your energy weapons roll.
Okay, I'll do that now. Got 5.
You absolutely Did it. So it was this fellow here. Takes a straight 8 minus armor damage. Nice. Very good. Yeah, you sever his off weapon hand completely. It clangs to the floor, showers sparks. He staggers off slightly to the right from the sudden loss of weight to his frame. Very not steady on their feet, these guys, after all this time. Right, that means it's the security droid's turns. This fellow here takes a moment to steady himself and only manages to go clump. And twist. And this fellow goes clump, 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 clump. And that's them, I think. They can't hit any of you. Yep. Unless, let me just have a look at Paul.
No.
No, that goes through a wall. No, they can't hit you.
Oh, thank God.
So that moves us back to Ronan.
Yes. Right. How are we doing?
You're all alive.
Skadoodle, man. Skadoodle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna pop out of cover like an idiot. And they're both medium range now, I would imagine. I'm gonna shoot this one with my gun.
One second, I'm just responding to a message.
Sure.
What the hell did I call it? I think it's... Okay, back to the fight. You're taking a look out, it seems.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. I am stepping out and I'm gonna pop off a shot at the damaged one.
Oh, what the hell? Are they linked again?
What?
They're at 18, so... Oh, damn it, their damages are linked.
Oh, that can happen sometimes when you copy tokens.
I had explicitly changed them to not be linked. That's very annoying. Anyway, off you go.
Cool, yeah, so I'm shooting the Fireboy here. With my gun. When do we start worrying about ammo? Or is that not too relevant right now?
It's not relevant.
Cool, 11.
I see what I did wrong. So you hit him.
Yes.
We'll say that's medium range, I'd say.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
So that was, what, for you it's 8 or more to hit, so you pass by 3. Yeah, you get your full 3d10 burst damage.
Sweet.
Well, 1d10 plus an extra 2 for burst damage, I mean, so...
That's a bit more like it. That's a spicy meatball.
8 and 4 is 12, and 9 is 21. Yep. One interesting thing is about rolling 10 for damage. Usually means knockdown or knockback occurs. So not only do you punch... which one were you going for? The faraway one?
The faraway one, yeah.
Yeah. Not only do you punch him backwards with a hail of bolts, but you completely dismantle him as well.
Excellent. That worked out. I'm going to dog duck.
Just sags next to the bulkhead in a shower of sparks and all the lights just dim.
Yeah, I'll duck back in and breathe again.
I'm putting this guy's hit points back up because I accidentally deducted from him while I was deducting from the other one. So, that's you done. Well done. Paul.
I am going to scoot some more.
Scoot, scoot.
Rootin' tootin' scootin' good time.
So you're not doing any combat?
Like I don't think my weapon is any use.
Right now. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
One,
Sorry, but
two.
robots are robots.
We must combat this rise of the robots.
Okay, there we go, and I can hide here.
Very good. And that brings us back to Adrian.
Yeah, so I am going to what do I follow? I'm going to lean out
Mm-hmm.
and shoot at him.
Very good. Where are you now? You were there. So the distance is 13 meters.
Still medium range, I think.
Medium range,
Yeah.
so 7 or more to hit for energy weapons. They're extremely easy to aim.
Yes, I got 11.
Another 8 damage.
Another
Yeah,
8 damage.
Yeah, and then I'm going to just kind of casually step back in.
8. Nice. Yeah, you blow another huge chunk of armor out. It damages some servo motors in the leg, so it can't really move at any appreciable pace now. So for the security droid's turn, he goes clump, and that's that. And we're back to Ronan.
I think we have him in this round if he can get him.
Well, this has been working out for me so far, and I see no reason to change tack, so I'm gonna alley up. I'm gonna give him the full Tarantino.
Complete with foot fetish.
Complete with foot fetish.
Yeah,
best part.
that's
3d10
yeah, that's still
maybe?
enough to get your 3d10.
Sweet. That's a less spicy meatball, but it's pretty good.
Oh, right. So let's see, that's 6 and 5's 11 and 2 is 13. Still up,
In that case, I'm gonna move back into cover.
but really wishing it wasn't. Paul, I'd say even with your weapon you might be able to finish it off.
Yeah, sure. I scoot out and do a bit of shitty. How far away is he? Just 15 meters.
Yeah, we'll round down to 15.
Alright, cool.
I've been
So-
rounding down all this time. No reason to stop now.
Yep. So I use my gun.
Okay.
Shitty.
Can you remind me what gun it is?
A second. It is the Imperial Stimmer auto pistol.
Ah, there we are, yes. 50 meters. You need 8 or more to hit. Oh, it does do burst damage. Oh my god.
Oh no. Wait, it does burst damage, or Paul does burst damage?
Yeah, the Stimmer pistol is a lot more interesting than Paul let on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's nothing to worry about. Don't worry, guys.
Oh, right. No. It's a funny weapon that the Empire denies manufacturing at all.
This isn't a weapon. This is obviously a cat.
It actually works the opposite way to what you think a Stimmer pistol might do. It's a fully automatic pistol like Ronan's, but the needles are in the grip. So when it senses the user is about to black out, it floods the bloodstream with combat stimulants.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, right. Sorry. I misread that. So, okay. So it can actually be some use. So, yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it's every bit as useful as Ronan's pistol there. It's more useful. It adds +5 to your kinetic weapons score.
Alright. So, sorry about that, guys. I shoot.
Right, let me have a quick look at your character sheet. Does that +5 bring up your kinetic weapons? No, it doesn't. Your kinetic weapons is 10, so yeah, 15. Still the same +1 bonus to your roll. Yeah, make your kinetic weapons roll.
Alright.
D10 +1.
There we go. Oofed.
Medium range. Oh, you needed 8. No.
Yeah, so I should
That's
have
a
ran
shame.
him.
Yeah. Suppressing fire!
I end up shooting this guy a lot. Oh, why isn't it pinging?
God damn it, Paul!
I've turned ways, lads, and now Auntie nudist.
Anyway, that makes it Adrian's turn. I think you've got this in the bag, Adrian. Just don't fumble.
Don't. Well, I fumble a lot. So let's not say that just yet. Okay, cool. I'm gonna step out and shoot again.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm gonna run over here.
Get the short range bonus in, yeah.
Yeah. So is that short range right now?
For a laser pistol, short range is within 10 meters, so you are easily within. Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. I'm gonna shoot and then I'm gonna duck in if it's not dead.
Yeah, sure. You just need to roll 4 or more to hit it.
Oh, 4.
You hit it.
Not 4.
You get your 8 damage. You blow it. You completely vaporize its head. It's down.
Yeah, when it blows up, Dean kind of like pulls his pistol up to like sort of facing upwards, blows at it like it's a gun, smoky gun, and it puts it in his holster like it was nothing at all.
You're not cool, you know.
Like, are you still hiding in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hero. It's fine. I killed the thing.
I think I did most of the work, but okay.
Now that the immediate security threat is dealt with, you can take a moment to catch your breath and look at the giant holographic screens either side of you.
I look at this box thingy first.
I'm just gonna pop
I've already looked at that one.
the holographic screen contents into your journals there.
Oh,
that
nice.
box
Okay.
with medkit, which I already have.
You can get second use of it though.
Oh yeah, that medkit is picked up by Adrian. So he's got 2 medkits worth of equipment now for you.
Is it this commemorative plaque that we found?
Yeah, there's a commemorative plaque here, and there's another semi-commemorative hello, welcome to the Boulder sort of blurb there. It's all fairly standard stuff you'd see on them. Even a cruise liner today would have some sort of commemorative plaque and something about its maiden voyage and things like that. Nothing particularly special, except it shows you some interesting dates and times, such as they left Earth in 2155, November 13th.
The mega national exodus concern.
Is there anything important about
You're
this date?
pretty sure that that doesn't exist in any meaningful way anymore.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, there's some generic bits and pieces about the Boulder. Like 10,000 crew set out, and they had enough space set aside for the population to increase by up to 50%. It's 5 kilometers long. Yeah, the asteroid was hollowed out and reinforced to house the bridge and frontal shield. And you can get around via a state-of-the-art, well, it was then, monorail system for rapid transport.
Mono.
Yep.
Yeah, so can I try healing myself?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, heal.
I forget exactly how medkits work, but I'm pretty sure they heal you up a good chunk of health on the go. So let me just get the equipment list out. Always goes with weapons first. Not surprised. Cybernetics, clothing, med packs. Here we are. Oh, they provide a bonus to your medicine checks. I see.
Can I try to do medicine without a medkit to heal myself up?
You can, but it won't be as easy at all. Let me just... right. You've got, we'll say a standard med pack. Allows the use of the medicine skill to treat injuries, which is annoyingly off to another section of the book. Sorry about this.
Oh, you're alright.
44. Let's try that. Okay. Medicine. Here we are. Doesn't actually say. I'm going to say you can heal D10 minus 2 wounds, but you will heal a minimum of 2 endurance.
So what do I roll?
Just roll us medicine. What was the amount of damage you took again?
I did 9 damage.
9. Okay. If for every 1 you beat a roll of 9 with on medicine, I'll let you roll a d10 and you'll heal that many points.
Okay, so just roll medicine now.
Roll medicine.
Alright.
I'll give you a +1 bonus for the medkit.
There we go. 10.
9.
Do I roll another few times?
No. Roll 2d10 now and you'll heal that much.
Alright, cool.
That's probably not how they work, but I'm just gonna house rule it for now.
16. Alright, cool.
Yeah, you're back up. You're fine.
Hooray!
Can I go above 20 or is it 20 max?
No, 20 is your max. For
Alright,
now.
Cool.
So
Guys, I feel better.
down here, where the droids were guarding, is the way to the monorail system.
Oh, before that, I'm going to, essentially, loot through the bodies.
Oh, right.
Scavenge.
Yeah,
Yes.
the soldiers have some basic security type armor. It's, given its age, it's not actually any better than your spacesuits, which are designed with durability in mind. They would have maybe an armor point apiece, and so does your spacesuit.
Alright,
The
cool.
pile of bodies in the middle, however, have clothing at best. It's rags at this point, and they're all desiccated, preserved corpses that have been dead for a long time. You see a protest placard or two underneath the pile of bodies. So,
What does the placard say?
it generally slogans against police brutality type things. So you can piece together that this was a protest against ship security being violent, and it was violently put down by ship security, which were in turn put down by
Ship
two security guards. Yeah. So it's all a bit of a mess. We're
Alright.
not fighting anymore, so...
No, I tell the guys it seems that there was some weird rebellion that didn't go that well for these guys.
So, yeah. Are either of you muted? Ronan? Adrian?
No.
Oh, good,
Oh,
good,
we've
good.
just been listening to the exposition.
So, yeah. Paul happily fills you in on the situation.
So does it say why?
It seems to be, if looking at these placards, the security guard are. Something happened. They protested. Security stopped their protesting. Then they started protesting the fact that security was stopping the protesting. And then a lot of people got shot, and then those people got shot by robots.
A tale as old as time.
Hmm.
I think it was the great Shakespeare that first
through that story.
So anyway, the monorail system gives you a choice. The various options available to you are you can get basically anywhere around the ship if you want. Points of interest might be the biodomes and the bridge, maybe engineering.
I think the bridge makes the most sense to go to first. We'll
Yeah.
find out. If we're going to find any working records, it'll be there.
Fair enough.
That sounds good.
So,
Is there a medic bay or clinic of some sort? It might be handy to get more
there
medkits.
is, yes.
All right, cool. So I might suggest to you guys maybe going to the medkit or the clinic, stocking up would be a good idea first.
True.
Yeah, true.
Very good. I haven't a map prepared for the clinic, but it is in the core section of the ship. So low gravity, which actually aids, surprisingly, in certain types of surgery and medical procedure. Anyway, it's not a pretty sight when you get there. There's a lot of really old bloodstains all over the place, skeletons in various states of disrepair, bones that have clearly been cut by medical equipment scattered around the place. It's a very old scene of carnage.
How does the monorail itself look like? Was there any signs of
Let
fighting
me have
there?
a quick look at the monorail notes I have. Yeah, the monorail has one or two corpses on it in each of the carriages. Looks like it hasn't been used an awful lot, but yeah, one or two dead people in there. Looks like they died in some distress.
Yay!
Going through the medical supplies, in actual fact, the monorail system drops you off at what was originally a sort of a main hospital. It's a huge ship. It would have had a main medical department and a load of, for want of a better word, GP clinics set up in various areas to deal with the thousands of people.
Mm-hmm.
So you can stock up on, I'd say, two advanced medkits each.
2 advanced medkits. Yay!
Like, all the solutions and chemical gels and the like are completely unusable by now, but everything was packed sterile, so the bandages and needles and things like that are perfectly usable.
Fantastic.
Excuse me.
So, yeah,
Quick look
everyone got
at
medkits.
Yeah.
Here we are. The advanced medkits grant a +4 bonus to medicine rolls when you're stabilizing or healing someone. Oh, sorry, they're professional. I said advanced. That's a +2 bonus to medicine when you're rolling to stabilize or heal someone. They're worth about 4,000 credits apiece, by the way.
How many are there?
Enough to kit you all out with 2 each.
Oh, sweet.
Yay!
It looks like someone has gone through the place. It looks like actually looting is the word that comes to mind when you're walking around this place. Well, walking semi-floating in microgravity.
Okay.
So will we head to the bridge now?
Very good. Back on the monorail to the bridge.
Monorail. Yeah, bridge. Makes sense.
Let me just set up a couple of things. Where are my beautiful players gone? I should have moved those tokens.
You may have to put them back on again.
Yeah. Let me see if the old control paste works. Yes! there's Paul.
Yay! Oh, there we go. Now I see it.
Paul Ronan. Copy.
Yes.
And paste. And... oh, there you are, underneath all the bodies. Copy. And paste. There you are, fellows.
Oh. Look, friendly turrets.
Bop. Right.
Uh-oh.
Anyone can get this far on the monorail system. Any further signs are very clearly up on the walls. You need clearance.
To get how far?
To get
Past
into the
yellow
access
line?
lift. No, those are firing zones generally. The console here requires... the console here requires the correct authorization or a good hacking roll.
I can hack. Allegedly, contrary to the evidence so far, it is a thing I can do. If we go across the yellow lines, will we get fired up?
You see no indication of any sort of sensors. No.
Okay. I'm gonna try and hack it then.
Very good. That will require a computer's roll.
Let's do this.
No, actually, I mean, sorry, I meant security, but a really good computer's roll would work too.
Oh.
Computers, you get enough of a gist of the interface to realize that, yeah, you need the correct key pass or you're going to have to hack it.
Okay, I'll try security unless anyone has good security.
I do not. I've got like 20 maybe?
I have computers.
Okay, I'll do security.
Right.
Ooh.
I'll give you a +2 bonus because it's very old technology and computer hacking has advanced a lot in the last 1,000 years. 12. That's enough, yes. You gain access to the lift and you can all move in there and go to the bridge.
Right.
Actually, I was wondering, could I try hacking one of these droids?
There's not an awful lot in there to hack, but sure.
Okay.
The
cool.
turrets they're fixed emplacements with extremely
these are
large
turrets.
guns. Yep.
Oh, screw it. Never mind.
Oh, do you not does it not have Sentinel turret written under it for you?
No, I don't see that. Do you?
Huh.
guys?
No.
I must have set up the permissions wrong. Oh well.
Yeah. Like I also can't. I think this is Ronan,
Right.
but I'm
Huh.
not too sure. It doesn't
It
have
is.
his
Let me
name.
have a look at that. Show nameplate. Yeah.
I
Like,
can
I can see my-
it.
Yeah, I can see my own, but that's about it.
How interesting. Ah, there it is. Can you see it now?
I can see one.
And there.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see.
And
One.
Paul. There.
Hey!
Yeah, I have the permissions set up wrong for the turrets. Sorry. But anyway, everyone in the lift.
Doop,
Oh, right, yes, sir.
doop, 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 doop.
Make your own square.
It actually looks like you're trying to flex.
Right, let me just do something very clever and move you all to the next floor.
Oh,
Just scroll up a bit. You're still in the
There you
lift, which then opens its doors to reveal
Da 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 da.
the bridge.
Oh. Oh, cool.
Which is
Okay.
pretty empty. Sorry about the scale of your characters. They should be big enough to match the size of all the consoles and the like, but I got the wrong figures.
It's honestly fine.
Yeah, so what's off these? I'll take it that's the suns.
Yeah.
Yeah, these appear to
There's-
be holographic readouts of the system, basically, and the ship
And-
itself on the far right.
I'll take it that this is like, the planet that the Goldilocks planet.
This
Does it look
fellow
like
here,
it?
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and why are there two different asteroids?
There's an asteroid belt around each star.
Hmm.
Yes, I have notes on each of these, but yeah, they're the same as the notes I gave you earlier from your own scans.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe except for the boulder.
Ooh.
Here I
check
am.
it.
Yes. Not much to report here, actually, on the hologram itself.
Okay.
Readings indicate moderate hull damage from asteroid impacts, but most of those are from piloting the ship into the field itself. It was then orientated to ensure that the majority of impacts would hit the prow of the ship, which is an asteroid itself, and reinforced to boot. So someone piloted the ship in here to protect it, basically.
Is there a ship's log or a captain's log?
Who is... Yes, you are standing in the command chair yourself, so...
Yep.
Right. It is unfortunately locked, but you can tell from the various controls that it can grant access to any of the consoles around the bridge area here.
Yeah, sure. Grant access to everything.
Could you make a security roll for me then, please?
Could it be a computer's rule?
I'm afraid not.
Okay. I will try a terrible security roll.
You can...
Oh, wow.
You can
Okay,
also
that
spend
works.
karma points to improve your rolls, by the way. They're not just for
Sorry.
for activating karma abilities.
The voice thing went a bit. I couldn't really hear that.
You can use karma for more than just the abilities you chose. You can use them to improve your rolls.
I don't know why, but guys, like, sorry,
It
kept
broke
cutting
up
out
on
again
the
there.
as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
that broke
dear.
up for me too. I think he's saying you can spend karma to boost your roll.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Let me just look up the precise bit. Do. Camera's 31, 31. You all start with 10. Yeah, it'd be 1 per 1, is it? Yeah, you can use a karma point to re-roll a 1.
Well, this seems like an okay roll, so I'll just sort of keep with that.
How'd you do? Security check. 10.
And
Yep.
Nicely done. Yeah, that's fine. With modern technology interfacing with this, runs rings around the old security system. Yeah, basically you unlock all the consoles. So here, and here, and I think I've written a load of stuff for some of these. Let me have a quick look. Oh, yes, I put them in handouts. So let me make a few things available to you. I've made that available, and yes, here we are. The MEC Boulder status report is first to become available. Then you unlock the helm and engineering logs. Then there are the science station logs. Then there are the medical station logs. And I'm going to read these all out for the benefit of everyone at home.
Thank you.
Did I make that? Yes, I did. Then there is the captain's logs. Save changes. Is that all of them? Do you have... You've got MEC... Yeah. Oh, the security station logs. Yes. Just make that all players. Okay, so I'll start with the MEC Balder status. For the people at home, it's a holographic depiction of the MEC Balder. Readings indicate moderate hull damage from asteroid impacts, but these are from piloting the ship into the field. It was then orientated to ensure the majority of impacts were against the asteroids shielding the prow. Engine status, power is running low.
They were in the bag.
Mere months until the last of the fusion drives runs out of fuel and orbital decay begins. For registered population, status of the biodomes, status of security in the bridge, all error messages. From helm and engineering, it's mostly a long and boring list of course corrections, minor faults and repairs, installation of new technologies developed between engineering and science divisions to improve efficiency, a few reports of skimming gaseous bodies for fuel, which would explain the impressive distance the ship has managed to travel in 1,000 years. Reports and logs break down after Zoroaster B1 is colonized. Sensors note the binary stars produce unusual radiation interference patterns. One engineer was imprisoned for accidentally dumping a vast amount of ship fuel, as more and more staff called in sick or stressed. Automated logs show that the chief engineer attempted to detonate one of the ship's fusion reactors in a blind rage, but succeeded only in he only managed to irradiate himself to a crisp instead. The ship is almost out of fuel and power. Atmosphere and lighting in the central tube of the Balder are essentially non-functional. Between the limited remaining fusion generators, solar power, and conversion of thermal energy from plant life in the rings, the Balder will go completely dark in a matter of months. After that, its orbit will decay rapidly. If damage from the asteroid field doesn't destroy it, crashing into the planet's surface certainly will.
And when were these logs dated?
You can't find anything later than about 100 years ago.
Okay.
The science officers of the Balder had an excellent R&D program. They managed to keep abreast of biological and medical issues threatening the crew, made meticulous records of anything encountered during the voyage. A number of star systems along the way match up nicely with your own astronomical maps. Again, research efforts break down quickly after the colonization of Zoroaster B1. The chief astrophysicist noted interesting interference patterns. As the emissions from their closest star and its larger parent interact, observes a positive boost in plant growth when proprietary strains are exposed to the light. But research quickly grinds to a halt as staffs experience severe insomnia, swiftly turning into extreme aberrant behavior and violence. One of the final logs is an experiment, if such it can be called, where an officer tests the structural integrity of human bone by subjecting a restrained crew member to blunt force trauma. Several horrifying minutes of video later, he reports dissatisfaction with the results and resolves to improve upon these. Same with the medical station logs. Well-trained and effective medical team. They took care of any outbreaks that occurred during voyage. A matter of weeks after colonization of the planet, there's a dramatic rise in patients complaining of poor sleep, loss of focus, stress and anxiety, which quickly degenerates into severe psychological issues. Akathisia, insomnia, depression, schizophrenia, full-blown psychosis. Everyone seems to be affected at some point. Reports and logs quickly degenerate into meaningless gibberish or paranoid delusions. There's no record of the cause being identified or the situation being contained. Hysteria, panic, and violence were inevitable. The captain's log is a lengthy stream of reports that goes back generations and hundreds of years. The algorithms on the basic AI analysis of your computer equipment can sift through most of it. There's nothing really you need to worry about. The penultimate captain was Vincent Callahan, who went a bit mad, it would seem. He executed his bridge crew with a pistol before turning the gun on himself. The captain after that was Serena Kisiombe. She only made 3 logs. The first deals with the rather violent change of command. The second is a public announcement that the Balder has reached a habitable world and will be colonized. And the last is an announcement that the Balder will remain in geostationary orbit over the colony with a rotating skeleton crew to staff the ship. They will essentially be ferrying materials from further out in the star system down to the planet so that they can help speed up colonization. Science and engineering staff continue to research up in their labs rather than building them from scratch. And I think that's all of those.
Security station log.
Oh, my apologies. No registered crew, or an error. There are 603 registered prisoners, all deceased. There were 500 weapons lockers, 496 of which are empty, and 4 contain disabling sonic rifles, tasers, and knockout gas in various disparate parts of the generation ship. The logs show nothing much or extraordinary. Security was pretty strict because conditions were cramped and temperatures could run short in zero gravity and tiny living space. It was mostly handled quite well, not overly strict. But soon after colonization day, the crime rates just shoot up among the skeleton crew. I mean, you're still talking 1,000, maybe 2,000 crew members aboard. The brig quickly fills to capacity after altercations become increasingly violent, including security staff lashing out. Everyone experiences insomnia, stress, and bouts of anger. Murder starts becoming very common. Security responses get more violent and less tolerant of even minor transgressions. One security log shows what appears to have been the massacre you encountered earlier on in that docking bay. Protests being violently suppressed by armed guards and security droids. Logs just end abruptly after that.
Okay, cool. So what we're going to do, right, is download as much of the data from this ship as we can and leave.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
would be all of it.
I don't think there's any benefit to us exploring the rest of the ship. Not really.
Yeah.
We can get we can send some archaeologists with big guns later before this thing falls into the planet, but we should go.
Yeah, sounds good. Just make sure that we get as data as we can.
There's a bit of a bottleneck there because their technology is old, but there's absolutely no limit in practical terms to your own storage capacity.
How quickly can we download it all?
About an hour. You'll have basically every piece of information on the ship.
Right, let's go ahead, sorry.
It might be an idea to check out the head of security, see his actual place, and we may get more information about it there.
I mean, yes,
reluctant
but also
to-
I think we know enough to like, well, yeah, kind of. That's how that's what
That
we're
was
doing
supposed to
right
loop. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sounds good, guys.
You're more than
So-
welcome to go check it out. Dean is just probably not.
Nothing interesting happens while you download the informations.
Yeah, okay.
You're
Might as well just
talking,
get back on the ship.
what is it, petabytes and petabytes of data. More than any human could sift through in a lifetime. And probably more than your own computer systems could sift through in any reasonable time frame. It would take corporate computing power to... corporate or government computing power to get anything useful out of them. But
And
the information
can
could be
we?
extremely valuable.
Is there any way of actually trying to filter?
Sorry?
Is there any way of trying to filter the information to see?
You can try a few keywords, sure, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to see, like, see if I can filter the location of where they try to set up the colony.
Yeah, you can get a little bit there, I think. Let me just check the other pages I have. Oh, shoot, where is that? Ah, there it is. Grant. Yes, you can. In actual fact, let me see if I can... Is that GM stuff? No. Sorry, I'm working away in another map here. There's
Yeah, it's cool.
stuff I'm trying to hide from people. Is that select and move? Why can't I edit that? Select, move.
It might be worth maybe taking 10-minute break then if you're trying to.
Yeah, everyone 10-15 minute break, grab a beer or go to the bathroom or whatever. And I will pick up from there. Right,
Cool.
see you in a bit.
Alright, cool.
Right, apologies for the delay. Now, we can get back to this. I am in the bridge with all my players. And yes, I've given... I've given you every handout from the bridge that you could get. And Paul had asked if there was a way to figure out where the colony might have been started. It turns out there is. You are all here, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very good. It turns out that there is indeed a way to find that out. Going through some old archive footage and science and engineering and basic exploration reports, you can pull up a map of the planet, which you should all be able to see now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not sure if you can see the top left that says each square of the grid is 100 kilometers, thereabouts.
Yeah.
What about green text in the middle?
Uh,
No? Excellent. Okay. So that's the basic layout of the planet. Colors like this off greenish yellow thing that I'm pinging is cold desert or uninhabitable. No, I'm entirely wrong. Sorry. The slightly brownish stuff to the right of it is cold desert. That is grassland. And let me zoom in a little bit so I'll make sure I've... The dark green stuff here is tundra. And the brown stuff here is taiga, which is technically habitable, but not great. The white is straight up glacier. And the light green around mostly the eastern coasts of each of these land masses is temperate deciduous forests, or not temperate, cold forests that would have generally a lot of snowfall. Continental shelves are nothing special. Now, for some reason that defies common sense, the area I'm pinging here was chosen as the big colony starter place, which was mostly tundra and forest, with a whole lot of cold desert around as well. It does combine the taiga, the deciduous forest, and grasslands biomes, so they would at least have a range of food. But as these things go, there are much bigger biomes available elsewhere in the planet that would support more colonists and the like. As it stands, you have about, what's that, 100, 200 by 200 is 20,000? No, 200 by 200 is 40,000. 40,000 square kilometers in this area is your best bet for wherever the colony was started. There are scans showing some anomalous materials and landscape features that don't look totally natural. And your computers estimate that the probability of those being from a landing or crashing spacecraft is greater than 99%.
Let's see.
All around here, yes. Let me just draw a freehand shape around the area. Oops. There you go.
Yeah, that's a really weird place to set up shop on that planet.
Well, chances are there's a reason then that they went there.
Yeah, they all went nuts.
I think they went there before they went.
Yeah. So I'm going to assume that it is a pathogen from that planet that makes people crazy.
I think that's probably fair.
Seems likely.
So
Okay.
let's go there.
No, let's not go there.
You have
That's
filters.
crazy talk. Let's go there.
I think we've done enough wandering into obviously dangerous places for one day.
Don't we have like spacesuit
Have
with
you-
filters and stuff?
Yeah, you're perfectly insulated against microbial pathogens. Especially if you just fly around in your spaceships.
That
They're
makes no sense.
all
Like,
equipped
we do-
with planetary flight and landing systems anyway, so...
Yeah, like I'll do a flyover with you. That's fine. I don't particularly want to like get out and walk, meet the locals.
So that and a weird email from the chief science officer about purging the biodomes are the two, for want of a better word, leads you have. I mean, you're not here to investigate anything,
Yeah, like we've done our job.
so
we've
calling
mapped
them
the
leads is a
system.
bit weird.
We've done more than our job.
Yeah, like we're gonna make so much money on it.
You do know that finding lost colonies is a major thing and could get you galaxy-wide fame and quite a bit of money.
There's that too. I guess. Well, what do you two want
This is
to
a
do?
long and boring trip.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind checking out the planet.
From the air?
No, like, well, you know those stories of like colonists showing up places and them being worshipped as gods? I think I'd make a pretty good god, so...
I'm pretty sure finding a lost colony and then setting yourself up as a god is wildly illegal.
Wait, did you say widely illegal or wildly legal?
Wildly illegal?
Fine, widely legal it is.
In
Got you.
colonized space, anyway.
Oh yeah, we're out of that damn bubble, aren't we?
That's true. We are
I
in
think-
the bubble.
I think we should check it from space first. If we can.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
May as well.
Right.
But I swear to God, when we land there, I am God King. I
Okay,
want
God.
everyone's story. Yeah, there we go. Everyone get their story straight.
Whatever. Okay.
Fair enough. I was too lazy to do a closer look at the planet itself, so I'm just going to take you to the flyby map.
Cool.
Once I set up the GM notes properly, so that they're not invisible to me. There we go. That's better. And there we go.
Yeah, that looks really hospitable.
Does, doesn't it?
Is there? What's
So,
that little green thing there?
good spot. Your computers do flag up a couple of weird things. That is an anomaly. The temperature is above the local mean by a significant degree.
Ooh.
Let me ping something else. There's a little blue spot over here. I don't know if you noticed it, where the temperature is below the local mean. And I'm going to have to draw a shade. No, I'm not. I can just set this from the GM.
What's the blue spot?
Whoops. Let me ping it again.
Sure.
Here it is.
Oh yeah, you can barely see it though. It's this one here, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
GM info overlay. There we are. I can change you to the map layer. You all see a nice big ellipse?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Excellent. Then you'll be able to see this as well.
Oh. Yeah.
And as per the top left of the map, each square is about 5 kilometers.
Interesting. Okay.
So, what do you guys want to do? Check out the hotspot or check out the possible human place settlement?
I'd say we do the hotspot first.
All right.
I'm fairly sure they'll be hostile, so we have to consider that.
That's true.
Well, again, like we could just hover. I actually don't know what the capabilities of the ship out of character.
Oh, you can
We
hover,
hover
no
above
problem,
them. And then just blow the living shit out of them if they seem hostile.
yeah.
That seems a bit genocide-y to me.
Listen, who's the God King here? Okay.
Neither of us.
I don't think you'd be a god king if you're dead.
Yeah, I know they'll be dead.
Your face will
let's
be
just
dead.
Let's just go check out the hotspot.
Fair enough. Let me just get this back up. Alright, the hotspot, as in, yeah. Fantastic. Yes. Okay. Right, you fly your ships in for a closer
Oh.
look.
Sorry, is there something there in the top right corner, or is that
Wait
just?
a minute now. Whoops, what the hell did I just do? Oh, right. That is. I didn't know how to delete that off Google Maps before I took the screenshot.
Oh, okay, that's cool. No worries.
It's an anomaly in the screen.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the logo of the corporation that makes the scanning equipment. Totally. I need to have a quick look at ship combat. Do. Playing the game. Spaceship Combat, page 63. There we are. Do. Alright. It's much the same as everything else. And doesn't actually matter because there are no spaceships to fight. Okay, so you come in here. It's 10 by 10. Yeah, about 100 square kilometers. And there are unusual heat signatures there. You can see actually rivers developing from meltwater, from overheating mountains, basically, it looks like. And you're flying around trying to find some place to land. It's extremely uneven terrain, very, very difficult to find a good landing space, even for your small ships. Which are still, like, 10 meters long or more. And something fires on ye from the surface. Now, there are 3 of you. So I am going to roll a die to determine which one is hit. A d6. 1 to 2 is Adrian. 3 to 4 is Ronan. 5 to 6 is Paul. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Adrian, your ship is hit by what appears to be kinetic weaponry. It takes a chunk off your shields, but otherwise causes no damage.
Right, let's get out of here then.
Unfortunately, there is no heat signature to lock onto that you can tell, unless you take a
Don't
really
worry,
close
the
look at the
God
surface.
King the God King is gonna like save us time.
He's not the god. Stop saying that.
I'll remember this. I will remember this blasphemy.
I'm starting to think maybe the God King's getting some space sickness.
Which one of you is blaspheming here? I'm not sure.
Ronan.
Ah, right, okay.
Obviously, come on.
Yes, of course. It's always Roman's fault. So, what do?
I think we leave. Honestly, I don't think there's any need to get into a fight with these guys. We found what we came to find. We can report a new and hostile colony to the Corp and collect our money. I don't think we need to put our lives or ships in any danger.
I completely agree.
Sure, why not? Let's go to this other settlement, maybe.
You want to do a flyover?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh,
The
God.
level of construction here is not advanced at all. There's what looks like a central, maybe concrete type building that never got finished. And it shows centuries of ruin. It's covered in vines and creepers and all sorts of things. And there are people, apparently, it looks like, in the act of worshipping it. All the other construction around it is of the log cabin variety.
I'm just like, scathing in the pilot chair going, that could be me. I could be that concrete building.
God.
Yes, your flyover
Exactly,
shows
yes.
your flyover shows next to no evidence of any advanced civilization here.
But
Settlements are
we just got shot at.
dispersed. There's a lot of fields, so there's some agriculture going on. But the only weapons fired at you from your flyover of this whole green area here is spears and rocks.
So there seems to be two entirely different civilizations on the one planet. In this one tiny little area. Or civilization levels, I should say.
It
That's
takes
capitalism for you.
Turns out this was already colonized by the Federation years ago.
Oh, what a load of jerks.
Anyway, that flyby of the human settlement area takes about 10 minutes. Your ships are all very fast. And it's got a lot of people gawking or running for cover.
So, will we land or head off?
Head off.
Head off. Let's not
sure.
get into this. There's only
Let's get someone who's qualified to come back here with a team full of people to kick ass. That's not us.
I mean, that or you know, re-establish contact with this human settlement. Either way.
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
You're giving it a miss?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't-
So you're all in agreement, job's done, go home?
Yes, I think like looking at it from the perspective of our characters, we're explorers. We're here to we're basically ordnance survey guys in space.
My
This
guy's
is
not a fighter at all.
this
Oh,
is not
fantastic.
this is above our pay grade.
Great.
I am very, very curious, but I'm not going to go against both of you guys.
Good. So off home?
Yeah, I think we've got enough here to comfortably pull maybe 1 million credits each, possibly more. So yeah, I think this is going to be a fairly profitable run for us. Plus, like whatever they're actually paying us on top of the survey data.
That's fair.
That's very good. All right, then. You turn your ships around and go home. It's a very boring journey, but I remember to do this time.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
I like it.
Ah, shoot. Did I muck it up again? I'm going to play it again. Is it playing? I don't know anymore.
I can't hear anything.
I think it's broken. It's broken. Oh well.
Oh well.
But pew pew. Here you are, back home. Or at least your point of contact for the job. You dock. You get out of your ship, stretch your legs, go to the bar, pound a few, and get in contact with Jim. Flickers up on the screen and says, "Gentlemen, what can I do for you?" You're back
Well,
quickly.
have we got some news for you?
Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know. Have you?
Yes, we do. That was a rhetorical question. Have a look. So we're gonna upload some. Actually, wait. How does this work? Like, do they have to pay us if we just upload the data?
Sorry?
Like, out of character. Like, would I just be like, let me just upload this data we got real quick and see if you think it's worth your time, and then will we definitely get paid, or could they fuck us on this?
This is a bit too public.
Cool. All right. Yes. So I'm just gonna upload some data we collected for your perusal.
Oh?
And then we can talk price. You'll be pleased to know that we did find out the source of the anomaly.
Oh, yes. Do
it's
tell,
a binary-
while this...
it's a binary star system.
Mm-hmm. We
but
suspected as much.
The other star was in class, it was too dim, probably for the sensors back in the day, you know?
Indeed.
Also, get this, generation ship, colonists, Lord of the Flies nonsense.
I'm sorry, sir.
Sorry, let me go back. Maybe I stuttered. I said, I start counting off my fingers. Generation ship, colonists, Lord of the Flies nonsense.
You can see his eyes roll back with mental calculations of what this could mean to not just the corporation, but his own personal position within the corporation.
We
sits
did
down.
get shot at a bit, so there'll be hazard pay, I imagine.
Oh.
Yeah, so they had one of the colonist sites had stamp sites apparently. They
That's
probably have yeah.
not very Lord of the Flies. What?
Well, it's a long story. It's all in the logs.
You can hear a as of him unbottling or uncapping a beer and just sitting down to have a drink to himself, thinking, "Ooh, this is interesting."
Yeah, these people have never had any contact with our civilization, at least not for 1,000 years.
Oh, wow. The tourism opportunities, the contact opportunities. Oh, wow. This is tremendous news, gentlemen.
You're going to want to get some
Oh,
people. Sorry to cut you off. You're going to want to get some people out there soon, though, because the Balder is going to destabilize its orbit and crash into the planet in like 6 months. So you're going to want to get some repair teams out there, like now.
yes, that is true. Hang on. Huh. Could you send that data again? Half of it seems to have gone missing. Maybe
What?
a checksum error. Just send the data again.
Sure. Okay. Wait.
Wait, is this a good idea? Should you?
Can I make an insight check here or something? Like, am I being screwed?
You're not. As you look at your own files, you see that half of them are in fact missing.
Wait, what?
It looks like they were violently deleted. There's a checksum error on that part of the storage device.
What the fuck? Okay. Can I make a? Who's good at?
A very large chunk of data just poof, gone.
So I'm good with computers. Can I do a computer check to see if I can figure out what happened?
Yes, make a computer's roll.
I can help out too. Can I have a look?
I think we should all make computers rolls.
Yeah, please
I
do.
think you should,
Oh,
yeah.
God. I have 50 in computers. What the hell?
You rolled a 1, so you can spend a karma point to just re-roll it.
You should do that.
Yeah, I'm going to spend a crown point. How do I get them back? Oh, God, I've spent one.
Oh, I got 11 there.
Nice. I will take all of your rolls into account in helping.
You can roll it. You can roll again, Adrian.
Should I karma? Yeah, I'm just going to karma roll.
Go on. I'll have it refreshed by the time the next session starts anyway.
14.
That's well good enough. Yeah, you do a deep search of the information, and maybe I should whisper to you instead. What was that again? /W, wasn't it?
/W and then or just message them directly through Discord might be easier.
Ah, yeah,
Oh
Discord.
yeah, but
we'll
just
do
maybe send out test first to make sure it doesn't show up everywhere.
Oh no, I've already got you on my short message list. So where has Titan gone? There you are. Right. Chat amongst yourselves while I'm writing this out. Oh, excuse me.
Nice.
Fine weather in space, folks.
I don't know. I'm feeling the chill wind of getting fucked about by corporate.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Oh man, I can't believe half of that is gone. It sucks ass.
I mean, we'll still get all the exploration data, and we'll still get the bonuses for finding colony and all that stuff. But presumably all the
Yeah, but we won't be revered as gods, so...
Well, we might have some rich corporate dick that wants to go back and insists that we go with them.
Yeah, I suppose maybe one of these days.
You mean like the plot of that Shakespeare play? What was it? Aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That one exactly.
The bard really had to pay away with the pen.
I hear he's best in the original Fargoid.
Oh wow. I don't know what to say to that. So, well, how about them Thargoids then, huh?
I hear they don't exist.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, that's what everyone's been saying.
That's a worrying amount of typing.
Actually, I'll have to delete that bit. Typo, and then I will send it to Adrian. There you go. And you can inform your colleagues any way you like.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, no. Nothing about this is good. So, this is for the storage device?
Yes,
Or, yeah?
the entire data dump you had from the boulder. Large chunk of it just disappeared.
Christ. Okay. I've got some bad news, guys.
Quick question. Are you copying in the corporate contact here on this?
No, no, hell no. No. Is he still on the screen?
He is, yes. He's wondering where the missing data went.
So can he see us, or is it like just a voice call?
It's a video voice call.
So, I turn around and I start to talk as if like it's just a normal conversation, and then in the middle of it, I like do some typey stuff, and I shut the feed off on purpose, but make it look like an accident. So I'm like, "Oh, the data.
Okay.
Don't worry about the." And then just when I'm in the middle of saying that, it cuts off the video.
I'm gonna have to ask for a bluff roll off you.
Let's do this.
Can you bluff? I'll give you a +1 bonus because the nature of the call.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. That'll do. We'll call that not a critical success because I don't do those very often, but close enough. So, yeah, he probably buys it. It looked very convincing. In fact, the rest of you were wondering why he stumbled and accidentally cut off the feed.
Are you okay there, friend?
The data, how do I say this? The data deleted itself, kind of.
What?
So, I've had a in-depth look at everything, and it seems like this is going to sound weird, but it seems like when you map the data out, it looks something similar to a brain.
It looks like what?
Something similar to a brain, like a human brain.
Oh shit! Wasn't there like some kind of
that looks
AI riot back in the day? Like we don't have AI anymore, do we? Like
there are strict controls on the development of artificial intelligence. It can't go beyond a certain level of sophistication.
Oh, right.
It's one of the few things that all three superpowers agree on.
Are you suggesting to me that this is an AI?
It could be. It looks a lot like one. It's deleted data itself.
Wait,
Remind me.
Are we on the ship with the data currently on the ship?
Now that you've cut off the Universal Cartographics contact, I can speak more candidly to you about what... what the hell did I just do? I just pressed Google Help. That's not important at all. Right.
My character's about 5 seconds away from getting a fire axe and taking it to that data storage.
It may be a bit late for that.
Of course it is.
So, From what you can ascertain from a detailed forensic analysis of the space where the deleted data was, it looks like it redirected itself mid-transit, so it never actually arrived at your contact, and instead went off somewhere else.
What? Where did it go?
That's a really good question.
Run a trace.
That is not possible with the gear you have.
What's the penalty for having an untethered AI in Federation space again?
For having one,
Or bringing one
incredibly harsh.
in?
Bringing one in, it's never really happened before, so technically there's no law against it.
Oh, well, that's fine then. As long as it's technically legal, we should be okay.
Okay, so I think we should spend our time now trying to find a scapegoat.
Anyway, the Universal Cartographics representative calls you back, and, do you pick up?
Yeah, I think we have to.
Hey guys, seems to have been cut short prematurely, our call there, so
Sorry,
what's going on here? Did you resend that data?
We've tried to. It seems to have corrupted.
I'm
afraid. Now the originals will still all be on the Valder when you get out there, but here's everything else.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, I know. It's frustrating for us too. Like we thought we had.
That is several petabytes of data. Oh well. Well, as long as the originals are still intact.
Yeah, we didn't wipe the computers.
Right. Well, from a quick scan of what you have sent me, let's see. You found an Earth-like world. You found a very lucrative mining belt, and you corrected our little slip-up with the astronomical maps of that area. That's good. We would normally pay out about 500,000 credits between you. We'll raise that to 600,000 so you can divvy it up cleanly between yourselves. As regards to finding a lost colony, I'm going to have to check back with my people because that is not a case we had prepared for. I can tell you it will be quite lucrative.
That's good.
The same goes for this Balder generation ship. I will need to find someone who knows what that is and where it came from. There could be a maze of corporate and legal tangles there to determine if anyone still owns it. But one way or another, someone will want to pay you a great deal of money for finding that.
Yeah, that's great.
So let me see. Contract is complete anyway.
Right.
There will be bonuses to come, but have 1.2 million credits seems about right for discoveries of this magnitude. I believe that's 4 million or 400,000 apiece.
Yeah, that sounds
not terribly bad for a couple of days' work. I think you'll agree.
Yeah, pleasure doing business with you.
I will be in touch again regarding the Balder and the colony.
I'm sure you will.
Oh, that is above my pay grade, frankly. I will have to make some calls, but I will be in touch, I guarantee. And, whether the payment is credits or not. Ooh, a discovery that big. Look, I can't promise anything except you will be rewarded handsomely.
Excellent.
Let me make some calls. I'll get back to you in a few days. In the meantime, enjoy beep, 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 your 400,000 credits apiece. Good day, gentlemen. Pleasure doing business with you. Oh, it goes without saying that you'll, what's the word? Keep mum on this for the moment?
Oh, we are not going to tell anybody anything about this, I can promise you.
Oh, fantastic. Excellent. Well then, good day, evening, afternoon, wherever it is, wherever you are. And yes, we'll be in touch. Beep boop.
So we can afford fast ships now, which is good.
Yay!
Yeah.
Let's fight some cobras and get the fuck out of here.
I think
Bye.
that's a good place to leave it for today, folks.
Yes, I agree.
Did you all have fun?
Yeah, it was
good.
really, really good.
Excellent.
I should have seen that System Shock shit coming a mile away. Should have known.
Yeah, I'll have the Shodan voice piece uploaded for next session, don't worry.
Hooray!
I'll see if I can get my hands on some System Shock sounding music. Although I could just play Nostromo on repeat, because from the sounds of it, it puts it up you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm familiar with the genre, I guess.
Excellent. Well, I hope you've all had fun. We can talk about XP and character improvement in the next session, whenever that will be.
Cool.
You know yourselves how convoluted all our timetables are at the moment. Like,
am
I have to
completely
take a week off in Dublin starting from about Wednesday, I think. So, yeah, it could be all sorts of weeks or maybe a month even before session 2 happens. And who knows who will pick up along the way as well. But, yes, I hope you all had some fun.
Yeah, no, it
And
was really good. Thanks very
I
much.
will see you all next time.
Thank you. It was great.
It's been a pleasure running this. I'm sorry I've been a little rusty. I'll be a lot better next time.
It's okay. You just had your spine opened. So
There is that,
Yeah.
yes.
We'll find a way to forgive you.
Body horror. All right then. I hope whoever's watching this had some fun watching it, and we'll talk to you some other time. Good night, everyone.
see ya.
Bye.
All right, see you. Bye.